B Marsh Boxing live streaming. This is my breakdown and prediction for this fight we got coming up this weekend. HBO live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. We got the WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Crusher Kovalev, defending his world title against Colombia's own Montreal-based Elidier Alvarez. All right. Very good fight, man. Finally, HBO putting it on, man, with a good card, you know what I mean? Good 50-50 fight, Um, been looking forward to this fight. The fight crept up on me, and before I knew it, hey, it's this weekend. Alrighty, let's get into it, man. Now, Sergey Kovalev, man, what is he, one, two, three, four-time champion at light heavyweight. This is his second reign after coming off two losses to the man Andre Ward. Who did he beat? He beat Shabaranski for that vacant world title, right? WBO after coming off a loss. You know, I thought that was some BS. You know what I mean? How Kovalev got a world title shot immediately after coming off a loss. But hey, it is what it is. What could I do about it? You know what I mean? Just like some people might have a problem, it's just a ducking tactic when they say it. That's all it is. But when they say they don't want Arislandi Lara to fight Jamel Charlo because Arislandi Lara is just coming off a loss, well, so be it, man. If that's an excuse you want to make, be my guest. Yeah, I didn't say the same shit when Austin Trout got an opportunity to fight Jared Hurd coming off that Jamel Charlo loss. Jamal Charlo. But anyways, this video ain't about them. Sergey Kovalev, man. Sergey is about 6'2", right? 6'2", 72.5-inch reach. What's his record? I think 20 or 32 wins, 2 losses to Ward, and 28 KOs. You know what I mean? Formidable fighter, like I said, 6'2", pretty tall fighter, 72.5-inch reach. You know what I mean? Elidier Alvarez, I know he got a shorter reach. I'm sorry, a longer reach. That's one thing I do know. And he's about 6 feet, 75 and a half. You know what I'm saying? 23 and 11 KOs. Now, Elidier Alvarez, if you're not familiar with him, man, he just came off his last 2 fights doing rounds. And he ain't fought since last year, June, man. It's been over a year. It's been about 13 months, maybe. Yeah, about 13 months, 14 months since he last fought. So he's got a long hiatus out the ring, you know what I mean? But last year was his best year of his career. He got he beat two of Canada's best fighters in the last, I don't know, 10 years. Whew. He does say best, but you could say best. I thought Adonis Stevenson in that mix, but Lucien Bute and Jean Pascal, they was definitely carrying that Maple Leaf flag for the better part of the last decade. You know what I mean? Being champions, Jean Pascal being a two-time champ, Lucien Bute, when he reigned as champion for 5 years with that IBF strap. So those are the guys that the man Alvarez beat. You know what I mean? They said that fight was a majority decision victory when he beat Jean Pascal. I don't know how. I don't know how. Jean Pascal ain't do a goddamn thing except try to steal some rounds, and he got beat with just a jab alone. He couldn't get past that jab of Elidier Alvarez, who does have one of probably, if not the best jabs at 175. You know what I mean? This guy was the first guy to stop Lucien Bute. Nah, I lied. Paul Froch did, but this guy KO'd. He knocked out Lucien Bute. You know what I mean? In the 5th round, Elidier Alvarez. You know what I mean? Elidier Alvarez got a kind of he got a close victory versus Isaac Chilemba, who actually is even fighting on that card. You know what I mean? He's fighting on the undercard of this Sergey Kovalev versus Elidier Alvarez. Now, Elidier Alvarez, like I said, has a longer reach. His keys to victory, man. He's got to pump that jab. He's got to have a lot of movement. He's got to go watch film of Andre Ward and Isaac Chilemba on how they nullified the man on Sergey Kovalev's power, took away his right hand, and made him just a jabber. You know what I'm saying? And if Elidier Alvarez has done his homework, man, he gotta go to the body all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? He's gotta go to the body, tap the body with the jab, go ahead and one twos to the body. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the shorter fighter, but with the longer reach. So he's not sticking his neck out there like a taller fighter would, trying to go to the body of a shorter fighter. You're gonna leave yourself vulnerable and leave yourself wide the fuck open for counter punches to the top. You know what I'm saying? So a man like Elidier Alvarez, he gotta use a lot of movement. His footwork is decent. You know what I'm saying? He can move in spurts. I'm not saying he's just a flat-footed fighter, but he's not the most mobile. But he's definitely more mobile than the man Sergey Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to keep circling the man Kovalev, giving him a lot of lateral movement, keeping him at the end of his jab, sort of how he did Jean Pascal. You know what I'm saying? But he can't be tentative with that right hand neither. And his record 23-0, 11 KO suggests he ain't no knockout artist. And I don't see it neither. You know, the guy is a very good jabber. He's a good boxer. But in my opinion, I think he's gonna have to keep Kovalev moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep Kovalev trying to set up his feet for leverage to try and throw them power shots. And that's where the man Elidier Alvarez who's the better counterpuncher in this situation. He's gonna have to land them mean right hands. You know what I'm saying? Even if they not knockout kind of right hands, he's gonna have to drop them consistently. You know what I'm saying? And he's got to keep the man, what's his name, off balance. Sergey Kovalev, you check it. So there's a lot of work left for this man, Elidier Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the man Kovalev lost to Andre Ward, he's still a formidable opponent and one of the best fighters at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Sure, he's ducking guys like Adonis Stevenson. Shit, he ain't even fighting Marcus Brown, you know what I mean? But Marcus Brown, through his own fault, he got caught up in a domestic situation, and that's why he's not in the fight, you know what I'm saying? But Elidier Alvarez, he got some nice hooks, but he's a counter puncher. He's gonna wait for you to make mistakes. And if he can slip punches from the man Kovalev's jab in his right hand, he has a perfect opportunity for counter punches, you know what I'm saying? That jab is his weapon of choice. And if he lands it with conviction, keeps the guy at bay, circles, you know what I'm saying? Not just stand flat footed in the pocket, because that's what the man, what's his name? Sergey Kovalev would prefer. You check it, he prefer that the man stand just in the pocket and, just try to slug it out with him, you know what I mean? And even though Elidier Alvarez does have the longer reach, I wouldn't advise that game plan, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, he's not, like I said, he's not the most mobile guy, you know what I'm saying? He does like to stand in the pocket and kind of, throw his one twos and throw his jabs, counter punch guys. You know what I'm saying? He's not even really a big body puncher, you know what I mean? That's not his forte. But in order to win this fight, he's going to have to do these sort of things. Movement, lateral movement, slipping punches, counter punching when the opportunity presents itself. And he's going to have to go to the body, man. You know what I mean? If you don't do that, it's going to be a long night in AC, man, in Atlantic City for Elidier Alvarez. Sergey Kovalev's keys to victory is being the front come forward fighter that he is, applying pressure, using his jab, which is also one of the best jabs in the light heavyweight division. but his right hand definitely is better than the man. What's his name? It's better than the man Elidier Alvarez. Sergey Kovalev's stance is that type of fencing style. You know what I mean? Eastern European. He's like a fencer. You know, his legs be a little wide apart. You know what I'm saying? His stance because he's trying to come forward and he's in a fencing kind of stance. You know what I mean? And I think that man Alida Alvarez, he can negate all that fencing stuff from Sergey Kovalev, by his movement. Now, if the man Elidier Alvarez wants to stand flat-footed in the pocket and occasionally move, then that would play right into Sergey Kovalev's hands. You know what I mean? Sergey Kovalev, he himself is not the greatest body puncher, so it's going to be a head hunting mission for him. He's going to be using his jab. He's going to try and unleash that right hand. You know what I'm saying? From distance. Both of these guys are outfighters, but I've seen more instances of Elidier Alvarez being an inside fighter when he's throwing combinations in the pocket. You know what I mean? But if he doesn't, if the man Sergey Kovalev can't cut off the ring and is not landing his left hand with, I'm sorry, right hand with conviction, if because Elidier Alvarez is moving, taking that right hand out of play, then it's also going to be a long night for the man Kovalev. You know what I mean? The man Kovalev just got to sit on his jab, pump that right hand, cut off the ring, and just keep his straight punches accurate. You know what I'm saying? And I think eventually, if he does that, it's just a matter of time before one of those punches. We can't forget Sergey Kovalev is a devastating puncher. You know what I'm saying? And some people might have forgotten who he was before his two losses to Andre Ward. You know what I mean? But I feel it's up to Alvarez to bring the fight to Sergey Kovalev. He's got to bring the pain to him. He got to test the man's jaw because that's one thing I'm convinced. The man, Sergey Kovalev, has a glass jaw. He has a weak chin. Can't tell me nothing different. I've seen Blake Camparello, Cedric Agnew. I've seen the likes of these guys drop the man, Sergey Kovalev. You know what I mean? Now, Elidier Alvarez is not the devastating knockout artist. He's knocked out some opponents in spectacular fashion, but these guys were on his way on the come up. You know what I mean? If he has to test the man Kovalev's jaw, I think he could crack it one time. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I'm still gonna have to pick the man Kovalev to win this fight. He's definitely the more experienced fighter. He has the better jab, or it might be equal up to par with the Elidier Alvarez, but his right hand is definitely more devastating. You know what I mean? I think the man Elidier Alvarez uh, is a kind of guy who might did not. Excuse me. He might just sit on his jab for too long and not throw his right hand with conviction. You know what I'm saying? And I think that might be his issue in this fight. You know what I mean? Trying to get past also Sergey Kovalev's jab. You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be an interesting fight, man. And I think Elidier Alvarez could win some rounds, but I don't think he can win 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And that ultimately that's what he's gonna need to defeat the man Sergey Kovalev. So I got this fight 7-5 for the man Elidier Alvarez. You know what I mean? I think Elidier Alvarez is gonna he's gonna be similar to guys like Chalemba and Andre Ward. Gonna use some movement, throw some body shots. You know what I'm saying? And he has to test. It's imperative that he has to test the man Sergey Kovalev's jaw. If not, then he has no chance of winning this fight. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. I got a 7-5 unanimous, maybe split decision victory for the man Sergey Kovalev. B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. And I'm out of here. Peace.